is crazy. Oh my god. I just did something I absolutely never ever do. It's literally the year of yes, so I just bought a plane ticket to go to New York tomorrow morning. I am trying to say yes more in 2026, and this is the way of doing it. So what better way than start off with another trip? I actually just got home from Asheville. When was that? Yesterday? And I'm going to New York tomorrow. Oh, how the turns have tabled. Excuse the yellow lighting. I have every single lamp on in the book. New York is, como se dice,
brick as hell.
I need to bring some warm clothes, which is why we have an array of layers, hoodies, t-shirts, jeans, scrunchy socks, and soon to be my black puffer. Are you from New York even?
Are you from New York even?
I'm not even gonna be in New York for a full 48 hours. There's no reason in the world for me to have to check a bag, so we're gonna get it in this carry-on and we're gonna do it gracefully. Camera bag, packed. Carry-on, packed. Suitcase, almost packed. I had to lock in real quick to make sure I had everything, but just know we're making some really good progress. Oh my gosh, why do I have so much space? I have sleep clothes, drawers, bras, socks, pants, airport outfit, sleep clothes, hair dryer, scarf, and I really could wear the scarf to the airport tomorrow. Hoodie, diffuser, shower stuff. I mean, I need to do like my net sponge and whatnot. Is this really it? Is this what traveling with the regular amount of stuff looks like? I wouldn't know.
Y'all like my new doormat?
Thank you as well.
I look like a wet dog.
Aliyah, have a good day. Thank you as well. Just witnessed Charlotte become somebody's least favorite airport. They were walking to Terminal Theory, and that's like on the other side of the airport, and then they randomly had a gate change to A, like the end of A, like A like 39. We have no like trains or buses between terminals, like from D to A. Easily like 15-minute walk. 20-minute walk if you're a slow walker. That's if it's not busy. If this wasn't my home airport, I would hate it too, no shade.
I just got to the general area of my gate and we're supposed to start boarding in like 10 minutes, but I want to do my makeup, so we're gonna film a get ready with me at the airport terminal. Didn't have time to do my makeup before I left, and that was on me for literally laying in bed for an extensive amount of time because girl, you know good and well you should have got up. Like, don't even play like that. I was supposed to film a Q&A life update, like day in the life vlog for you, but this is so much more interesting. So we're still gonna be answering those Q&A questions just on the road, on the run is what it seems like. I pulled a few questions from Instagram, and a lot of them had to deal with my new podcast that just started, as well as being a homeowner, plans I have for the year. So this isn't gonna be super structured. I'm just gonna answer the questions as I see them. What do you struggle most when it comes to being a homeowner at 23? Honestly, I think the hardest part, on top of like me leaving impulsively and doing stuff like this, because I have to have somebody watch Cashew, and I thought about bringing him, but girl, the flight was already double the amount of what it usually costs because I literally got it last minute, and then to travel with pets, it's like extra $200. So that's like one thing, like, and that's just being a pet owner, period. Like, it's not even about having a house, that's just having a pet. Literally doing this with a dry beauty blender. Never cared, never cared, never cared. It's the Zayn mallet curl. Can we like not? I think the hardest part from what I've gathered over the past about to be 3 years this upcoming spring about being a homeowner is honestly just being financially responsible. Everybody wants to be young, turned hot in their 20s, and considering I'm about to reach my mid-20s, baby, I feel like I've barely lived. So now I want to be young, hot, and turned, but also I have a house, so I have to be responsible with my money to some capacity so the bank doesn't come and get it like back in blood. Oh my gosh, this lighting keeps changing.
This video is a mess.
We're gonna do a little contour. We're taking the Say contour. We're gonna do a little amount. I feel like my makeup also always looks the best when I don't try as much, so we're not gonna really put too much thought into what we're doing. Somebody asked me a question about the podcast. They said, are you gonna have more guests on your podcast in the future? Love Jarvis down, by the way. So if you did not know, I started a podcast called Predictably Unpredictable. We have new episodes every single Wednesday, and yes, I actually do plan to have way more guests. I actually have a guest episode with one of my mutuals who is a film photographer, 201, and we filmed that a while ago before the podcast even like started because I was just so excited to do it because he wanted to do a shoot with me, and I was like, you know what, if we're gonna do a shoot, let's shoot a podcast episode. So we have that coming up this upcoming March, and then I also am about to do a episode with Jada Wada, and honestly by the time this video is out, the episode might be out with Jada by now, and we talk about things such as like fitness because she is a fitness trainer, certified, alphabet behind behind her name, Tybee. I love her so much. When I was thinking of podcast guests to be on there, she was literally the first person I thought of. To answer your question, yes, there will be more guests, and I have a running list of people, especially my mutuals, who have shown interest in being on it because they're just so sweet and we would do anything for each other. Okay, we're boarding. I'm group like 7, so I can take our time. I'm interested to see who y'all are interested in seeing on the pod, so let me know who you want to see on there, but we have to be realistic, okay? So we need to be for real, so don't be like, oh my goodness, Destin Conrad, oh my goodness, Dominic Fike. We need to start within my creator ecosystem of people like I personally know. What's your dream podcast host on Predictably Unpredictable?
Dream guest on my podcast?
Because I am trying to do at least one guest a month if I can maintain it. Also, we're taking the Rare Beauty blush. This is probably the best blush that's ever happened to me ever in my life. It's such a good bronzing blush. It's so good. We're gonna take some NYX highlight, put it on my nose, put that here, and then I think, is that the entire routine? I feel like I'm forgetting a big step. Freckles. Okay, this is gonna be hard to do because, girl, I literally cannot see. My gate is literally boarding and I'm doing fake freckles. This is girlhood, doing your makeup in the airport while listening to Charlie XCX. That's my makeup. That's literally my makeup. I need to put all this stuff up and head to my gate. Let's do it.
Sit back, relax, enjoy the flight.
Can I get Cheez-Its and Biscoff? Thank you. Hello from 30,000 feet in the air. I don't even know how well this mic is picking up my voice, but I thought what better way than to celebrate me going to New York last minute than to answer some questions mid-flight with my ginger ale, Biscoff, and now Cheez-It combo. I also have a full row by myself. My dream date. Cute. I got a lot of questions regarding my travels for this year, and somebody asked me if I plan on traveling this year. It's not an aliyah year if I'm not traveling. This is my 3rd trip this year. So I went to Quito, Mexico in January. I went to Asheville, North Carolina. I got back from that not even 48 hours ago, and then I'm on the way to New York now. And then somebody also asked me what's my next like dream destination travel location, but I definitely want to hit Japan this year, Switzerland this year, and then Copenhagen this year. I think that'd be really nice. And then I also have 2 places I want to spin the block on, which is Aruba and Amsterdam. Do you see yourself leaving YouTube in the foreseeable future? I don't see myself leaving for the foreseeable future, but I definitely don't think it's something I'm going to do for like the rest of my life. This will forever be my favorite platform because I feel like I can be my most authentic self, whether I'm educating or entertaining or comforting people. I think I do that the best over here versus my like other platforms. So no, I don't see myself leaving the foreseeable future, but I definitely don't want to do it for like the rest of my life because like, girl, we have other things that we could be doing. Somebody also asked me, do you see yourself moving away from YouTube and focusing on short form / the podcast? Actually, funnily enough, one of my goals for 2026 is to come back to YouTube full time instead of doing short form full time, because I was doing YouTube more part time and short form full time last year. But because I started the podcast, I have to dictate my time a little bit differently. So I definitely want to come back to long form full time because, like I said, this is my favorite platform. This is my baby. It's the one that means the most to me. Okay, another travel question. Favorite city you've ever traveled to in the US / out of the US? In the US is always going to be New York. New York feels like home to me, and how I'm not living there yet is completely above me. Well, I know why, because it's expensive, but oh my goodness, I love New York so bad. It's my favorite city in the US by a landslide. And then outside of the US, let's count. I've been to London, Paris, Amsterdam, several places in Brazil. I have been to the Bahamas, I've been to Aruba, I've been to Jamaica, I've been to several cities in Italy, several cities in Mexico as well. Like, I've just kind of been everywhere, but I feel like I'm still not like making a dent. Isn't that crazy? I definitely think my favorite outside of United States city / country is going to have to be Amsterdam. The Netherlands, I love Amsterdam. I was in Amsterdam for not even, I think 48 hours, and I was debating on moving there. Currently learning a second language, and right now it's Spanish. But after I kind of get my Spanish, not fully fluent, but a good amount of fluency, I'm learning Dutch. So in case I want to move to the Netherlands, I can speak the language there.
It is that serious.
So another podcast question. If you could invite somebody as a guest on your podcast, who would it be? My dream podcast rotation. Upstairs Neighbors podcast, Maya and Dom, of course, Mickey, Gordon, and then Tanner 1036. That's my dream blunt rotation. Like, honestly, my dream date. And then somebody asked me a very, very, very personal and touching question, and I want to read it for you. Attending the Eternal Sunshine Tour. So I lost the war. I lost the battle. I lost the war. I had to wave my white flag. Like, it was serious. So for right now, I do not have any Eternal Sunshine tickets, which I think is criminal.
but you know, to each their own. But you know what? I'm not gonna give up yet. My mom's gene that she gave to me and my siblings is resilience, hardworking and resilient. I'm getting those tickets by any means necessary, and I'm gonna die on that hill. I'm also starting to think social anxiety is getting a little bit scared of me, because why am I talking to myself with this big ass camera on this tiny ass plane? Y'all should be so proud. You should be, because I am.
Thank you. Have a good one. Thank you. Have a good day. I'm checking in.
Should be ready in maybe like half an hour.
I'm gonna move some stuff around first and then I'll bring it up.
Yeah.
Cool, thank you.
Mama has made it to her hotel, but my room isn't ready because it is like 12 o'clock, something like that. I'm thinking I'm just gonna change here in the hotel bathroom, get myself together, and leave my stuff with the bellhop so they can take it to my room when it's ready. They said my room's gonna be ready in like 30 minutes to an hour if I wanna wait around, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about those tacos that I want. I'm gonna go ahead and change.
Little cheat sheet.
Thank you.
Enjoy your stay.
Thank you so
Take
much.
My room was ready after all. Did all that planning in people bathroom just for the room to be ready now.
We have made it to the hotel room. My hotel room was actually done earlier than they thought / originally planned, because at first they said 30 minutes to an hour, but there's no way I took 30 minutes to change and put my outdoor wear on. And as you can see, very New York chic. Are you from New York even? You don't got a black motherfucker. Are you like, what are we talking about? I went ahead, got changed, came up, they had my room ready, and now we're here and let's do our honorary and legendary and honestly traditional room tour. I'm also staying at another Arlo location. This is my first time staying at the Arlo Williamsburg location, and Arlo's honestly my favorite hotel when it comes to staying in New York because they're super secure, really nice, and the areas are always just peak. This become one of my favorites. We have the front door behind me, also really tall ceilings. Love that. Full bust down mirror.
Full bust down mirror.
And then you also have a closet right here. Ooh, with organization. Walk in from the closet, and then it's the bathroom. Very open concept bathroom. Very cute. This freaky shower. Trust, I would be the only one that was staying here, because why do you want to see me shower? Unless. We have the shower. Very cute. Love the accents. We have sink, mirror, French doors for the water closet. How fancy. And then they have like the snacky refrigerator safe situation down here with a Nespresso. Love Nespresso down. Come over, you can still see inside the shower from the bed. And then you have a bed right here. Of course, I love the colorway in here. You have the 2 nightstands. My bag is just like all in the way. Can we move this, please? Thank you. Bed, little sitting table. And then we have our Brooklyn view. This is my first time being in New York in the winter time. I need to see if I like it enough to want to be here permanently, which is why we're here. Time is currently 12:59. My phone is on, I think like 23%. And honestly, it's better than the 12 it was just on. So with that being said, we're about to head out and go get some tacos. I'm meeting up with one of my mutuals today to get tacos with them. So I'm very excited to go see them for the first time in a few months. I'm really excited. I hope you're excited. I'm ready to get on the train. I'm ready to frolic, and mommy's home. Mommy's home. Hey, can I do a cream cheese with tomato on plain? Yeah. And then can I get an orange juice with that? Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I decided to start my day at no other than Apollo. And before we get into today, because today's gonna be a really fun collab day, you're gonna be seeing a bunch of my mutuals today. I want to debrief about what happened yesterday and why I completely disappeared off the face of the earth. I met up with my good mutual 201 for tacos. It was a whole thing, and then we went around and we met up with another one of my mutuals, Trinity, and she was shopping around for events that she had because it is fashion week that I'm here. So like I didn't really have anything to vlog because we were just jumping from like store to store and catching up and doing the whole 9. So you didn't really miss much aside from really good tacos, which I think we're low-key gonna get again today because he keeps talking about how much he likes them. Today's plan of action is another day with 201 because we are filming some collab videos today. So we're doing a few photography videos together. We just talked about which ones we were talking about, so I'm really excited. So after I get up and leave Apollo, we're gonna head to Soho and we're doing like a a Fujifilm versus actual film video. And then I've always wanted to learn how to shoot film, so he's gonna start teaching me the basics, and we're gonna turn it into a little mini series. So I feel like that should be really fun. I just left So Rate to get a hot matcha as I'm waiting for 201 to meet us at our first location, which is actually McNally Jackson Bookstore. I always want to call it Sally or Nally and never its full name. As I was walking down West Broadway, I stumbled upon a literal Chobani cafe. I didn't even know this was here. I can't even tell you how many times I've walked down West Broadway to go on Prince or Spring Street, and I never noticed this was here. I'm convinced it's new because I've never seen this. It's a literal cafe, so you can order food, drinks, and they use a lot of Chobani products, and they have like a new creamer out. As you can see, it's pinked out because the new creamer is raspberry rose flavor. And when I saw that, I said, a matter of fact, let me give it a try. So I got a raspberry rose hot chocolate. So I'm not trying to do too much caffeine, because I am meeting up with one of my mutes. I'm meeting up with They gave me a sample because they said it's very hit or miss with people, but it's very good. It's very sweet. It's very floral. I usually don't do rose flavored things, but I think the raspberry counteracts it really well, and it's really good because I didn't want to like wait outside, so that's why I came in here. And I'm really glad I found this because next time I'm here, if it's still open, this will be a work from home spot. With me coming here more and more, I need my go-to spots, especially for cafes and stuff, because New York is one of those places where they don't have like, they don't be allowing computers. Like a lot of the coffee shops don't even have like public Wi-Fi because they don't want people sitting in there and like soliciting. To each their own. I thought while we waited in here for 201 to get to our meeting spot, which is literally down the street, I could answer some more questions because this is supposed to be like a life update Q&A type of vlog. So we need to answer some more questions. I feel like I haven't answered many questions since getting here. So let's go ahead and do it. First one, do you like podcasting more than vlogging? I think I like them for two different reasons. So I've been vlogging since I was in literally high school. If you remember the high school vlogs, you're a real one. If you want to go look back at them, don't, because I was chopped. I mean, I was 15, 16, 17 years old, but I've still
Chopped.
I think I like vlogging because it allows me to have a creative expression and play with film and cinematography and lighting and colors. But I also like podcasting because it allows me to dig deep into things I'm interested in without necessarily needing to tell a story or make it super artistic. It just kind of lets me talk about things I want to talk about. So I think both of them are really good creative outlets for me personally, and I think it creates a good balance. We have a few ADHD questions I want to talk about because girl. So let's talk about ADHD for a little bit. Somebody asked me, what's different in your day-to-day life now being diagnosed with ADHD? Welcome to the fam. And was the original bipolar diagnosis wrong? So when I was 18, I was diagnosed with bipolar. I don't think they necessarily got it wrong. That definitely what was wrong with me. That was what was happening at the time. I have been able to wean and cope with that diagnosis over the last few years and kind of figure out how to navigate that. But with the ADHD diagnosis, I think now I just kind of approach everything with different mindsets, different strategies to make sure that my life is at its fullest capacity in the way that I know how, whether it be productivity or getting stuff done and travel and things like that, and making sure I'm healthy and things like that. So kind of everything is different in my day-to-day, but at the same time it's really not. I feel like I just have better systems that appeal to the ADHD compared to what I was just doing before, which was anything, and it wasn't working, which is why I felt so stagnant for years on it. Technically everything's different, but at the same time nothing is. I just kind of readjusted my systems and figured out what worked, and this is what's been working. Somebody also asked, when did you find out you have ADHD and what were some ways to try to manage it before taking medication? So I got diagnosed in October of 2025. Life-changing appointment. And I think a lot of people think that I tried other ways to manage it besides medication when I did not. I went straight on medication. Because in my head, if there's a tool that can help me right now, let's do that right now. Because I'd rather start with medication and wean off of it, figure out ways to make it work while on it. So if I do ever want to get off it, have the tools to do so. Because I want to see results right now. I'd rather fix the issue up front and then get the tools later. So I did not have other ways that I tried to manage it before taking medication. I did not know that I had it before getting prescribed medication. Interesting question. What is one thing you'll never do again? Can be social media, travel, hobbies, friendships, relationships. Honestly, think the first thing that comes to mind is oversharing on socials. I think that's really scary. There's a difference between oversharing and telling a story. And when I was a teenager, there were things that would be actively going on and I would talk about them in the situation I was in, and then I would get mad when people ask me about it. It's like, girl, what are we talking about? So oversharing for sure versus storytelling, because now when you storytell, you have the gift of retrospection, and you can look at things as a whole instead of just like random pieces of a puzzle. You can look at the whole picture. Something I'll never do again. I don't really regret much. I don't think I do anything. Oh, date the person I did at 19. Worst man you're ever gonna date is at 19. I would never do that again. What was the hardest thing you had to do before purchasing a house at a young age? Getting that degree. If you did not know, I have a bachelor's in writing, rhetoric, and digital studies, words for short. So I basically can read a comment section down and talk about the implications of what's going on in the comment section, this, that, and the third. Like, I love a good analysis, and that was one of the hardest things that I had to do, because one, college is hard enough, let alone when you're juggling a literal full-time job, which is social media. A lot of people say it's not a job. It is a job if you make it a job, and I've always made it a job because I care about it so much. So I think getting my degree was the hardest, because I did change majors. I was supposed to be a comm major, but the program sucked at my school. I switched because I put myself through that turmoil, and I really like digital studies and writing more anyway than comm, especially because it's like, girl, why are we talking about Facebook? I'm paying $1,000 to talk about Facebook in the marketing classes? Absolutely not. Speaking of the social media conversation, somebody also asked me, what's the hardest part of doing social media? I think the hardest part is knowing when to put the phone down. I think a lot of people are trying to be more offline right now, but if you have a job that revolves around social media, you're kind of obligated to have a high screen time, and I think that's just like something I have to come to the conclusion of. But I think it's how you spend your screen time that is what is hard to differentiate and figure out. So I think having that discernment and balance of what you're doing on socials is probably the hardest part. But honestly, once you get the swing of things, it's not hard to like keep that going. And honestly, since we're on the topic of high screen time, I feel like this is a good segue. Somebody asked me the very good question. This is gonna be the final question we ask before we head out. What do you do to stay spiritually solid? I think I am starting to be one of those people who constantly needs to be grounded. The way I ground myself is going out the house, feeling the sun, breathing fresh air, seeing places. That's how I feed my spirit. My spirit feeds off of experiences and doing things with myself. So when it comes to building a good foundation and staying solid and with my spirit and feeding that, I have to go out and experience, whether it's a new coffee shop or a new city, or revisiting an old city that I know I love, or going out and visiting a new country and everything like that. That's how I stay sane. That's how I stay solid. I thrive off of experiences and making memories, and memories are the things that fuel me the most.
All right, y'all, we in Soho, New York. We shooting film versus digital. We're gonna see who's better. Let's do it. And we're shooting on Portrait 400, by the way.
We stopped mid-shoot for some tacos at my favorite spot. This is the famous, well-known, well-loved 201. I showed him this place yesterday, and now he acting bad. That's embarrassing. The concept of getting a quesadilla from a taco spot. We came here yesterday, and I think we talked about it 10 more times after that. I'm so hungry. We were out shooting a digital versus film video. I'm doing digital, of course, on my Fuji. He's shooting film. And low-key, very unfair advantage of mine, because I thrive in street photography and he thrives with model work, and it's mainly street photography. So by the time that y'all see this, the video should be posted. I think so. I need you to know if I ate him up or not, because I feel like I might have. We're gonna finish eating, and then we're going to a pop-up for one of our mutuals, Jada Bunny. Don't know if you know her. I think you should. A matcha pop-up, which I think is like around the corner. I needed food first and foremost, so that's why we took a break.
She's ditching me for like some dude that she's going on a date with.
Dude is crazy. And it's just gonna cut to me being with my homegirl. We're so bad. My soul sister's here. We're currently here at, how do you pronounce it?
I don't even know, girl.
Come on, Lance.
Ayoko.
It's in West Village, off Bleecker. Also, you'd be so proud. I'm finally learning the trains to where I don't need the directions most of the time.
There we go. Girl, I still need the directions. I've been here a minute.
Because one thing I'm gonna do is get on that F or that M. All I need to know is the F, M, or L.
Yeah. The colors.
Apparently people don't use the colors here. Yellow, green,
Purple. No purple. There's no purple. Wait.
Where?
I think
Harlem?
7? I don't know, girl.
That's out my range. My brain lives in like Soho,
NYU, the Village is.
The matcha spot.
In Williamsburg, wherever the matcha is. We're currently grabbing some matcha, and tell me why we got strawberry cheese donut matcha lattes.
Buy one, get one.
And
Or
you
Valentine's.
think I want to go home when we have this? Look at the color.
Yeah. Guys, she's moving here, plotting it, manifesting it, writing it down.
Somebody just
comment
asked me,
where
would
to
you
go.
ever move? Yeah. Oh my God. I want to cuss so bad. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That is so good. I like it. This reminds me of Wells Matcha in Soho. It's me having the references. She's a local. When I tell y'all, this is my matcha sister. When we were in Brazil, we were like, oh, we need a matcha. Oh, we need a matcha.
Feeding for matcha.
And nobody was like, right. They were just like, they're just like, okay. Every time I come up here, I have text her because, hello, literally, I thought we were going to go to the place I went to before, but then I was like, let me just see what she said. And of course, she got a new spot. We need to do a matcha tour video.
I know. When she comes
Write
back.
that down.
We are in here. We had matcha, we have a drum set. Everyone's leaving right now because it's time to go the fuck home. But we in here, and look who we brought out. The one and only.
Thank you.
Yes. Did you enjoy your time?
Yes. I'm so proud. I'm so proud.
This is so sweet.
In the morning, and I have to go to the airport today. This was probably one of the fastest New York trips of all time because I only had one full day. This video I feel like is an absolute mess and madhouse, but at the same time that was kind of this entire experience start to finish. I feel like when I went to Mexico, I really was just shown if you want to do it up in a weekend, you absolutely 100% could, and I need to be utilizing that a lot more because I never do stuff like that. If my sleep schedule is not fixed by this point, I don't know what to tell you. I've been waking up early to get on these flights, and I've been walking around, and I've been tired because I've been walking, I've been dealing with the cold, literally the 4 seasons. I feel like I've experienced fall, winter, spring, and summer all within the span of like a week and a half, and my body is so confused right now. 2026, I have quite a few goals. One of them was to travel. The fact I've been on 3 trips within the span of a month, honestly, I think we're off to a really good start. Even though they were less than 72 hours each. Travel is a travel, a trip is a trip, like hello. So I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job. Another one of my goals for this year was to single-handedly bring back collaboration and community culture on social media, because as somebody who grew up on socials in the 2010s era of social media where everybody collabed, everybody knew each other and had friends, and it was very public and before TikTok made everybody feel extremely individualistic. Individual syndrome, main character syndrome, probably the worst thing that's ever happened to us. I feel like me going out of my way to see my mutuals and hang out with them and meet up with them whenever we're in the same place at the same time. Community is one of those things that we're missing the most right now in today's day and age, on and offline. And if I can do anything to create some sort of world, I mean, I know we always talk about the ACU, the aliyah cinematic universe, but if there's a way for me to build up my world and showcase the people that are in it because they matter to me and I care about them and they play big parts in my lives, it's like, I'm gonna freaking do that. If you see me traveling more, meeting up with mutuals you've never seen before in the near future, just know it's because I am single-handedly trying to bring back collaboration and community culture within the influencer world / content creator world. Also, this is Skylar Vanilla Sky. I love this Skylar Vanilla Sky. This pair is really good with Soul de Janeiro 71. Y'all know 71 is probably at this point my signature scent. Even though it's a body spray instead of a perfume, it's still my signature scent. And I'm so happy I found it because it's very me, and every time somebody smells it, they think of me, and it's like, aww, you did the thing that I was hoping for. So 2026, I want to be feeling my spirit with things like we said, with collaborations, experiences, 48 to 72 hour travel, collaborations, going out of my way to meet people who I've been mutuals with for years. It's like, honestly, it seems like I just want to build up aliyah lore this year, and you do all that by experiences and meeting people, and I feel like I'm off to a really good start. If you were asking me, maybe I'm a little biased, but that's how I personally feel about it. Like my chair. I often put chairs or other pieces of furniture in front of the door when I stay at hotels by myself because somebody's breaking in. I need it out. Are you from New York, even? Okay, I'm done. Do y'all really want to see this again? I've clearly made it to the airport / my gate, and this marks the end of a good 48-hour experience. With that being said, thank you for coming along for the chaotic ride. This video was supposed to be a Q&A, life update, but we traveled to New York instead, so maybe I'll still do a life update type of video, Q&A, again, where I address a lot of the questions I didn't answer, because I didn't answer because you guys asked a lot this time, and I was kind of shocked, honestly. That being said, I think I board in the next like 5 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and close off this video here. Thank you so much for tuning into the chaos. I appreciate you so much. Y'all wanted travel vlogs? You're gonna get the travel vlogs by any means, even if it's just for 2 days. I hope you guys enjoyed this chaotic mess of a travel vlog and life update video that's like simultaneous. Sorry, I'm trying to put my coat on. It was a time. I cannot wait to do it again. This is YouTube, so you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys very soon in my next one, and love you so much. Hope you have an amazing morning, evening, night, wherever in the world, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!